Brian needs to rinse the Notre Dame out of himself here and get with the program in the SEC. Come on. Everyone is buying players. Are they not? Come on.
I think what's happening, there are two things happening here. And you hear this a lot from coaches around college athletics when it comes to NIL. And it's that they do truly want at least a portion of the recruitment in the signing of a player to be about more than money. They do. They want it to be about the culture in the building, in the on-campus life, in the history of the program, all that stuff, right? So I think part of that is true. Then there's this other part, right, where there's a transaction happening. And everybody, me included, probably you guys in a way, is in different parts of our life, it's hard to accept change sometimes. And I think coaches are in the middle of a transformative time in college athletics where change is happening at an insane rate. And everybody's having a hard time accepting change.
It's not that coaches don't want to have relationship-based recruiting and to have culture in the locker room, team first and all that sort of thing. I get that for sure. But getting players is also the bottom line, and the way you're getting players right now is by whipping out the cash.
Totally get what Brian Kelly is trying to say. I really do. If you listen to his whole thing, it's much more nuanced than what was flashing around the internet, which was basically one quote. We don't want to pay players, right? Or we don't want to buy players, right? What Brian Kelly is saying is what every coach, what every organization, all right, including the pros, you may want to, no organization in free agency buys what is a player that they don't think will fit into their team. My problem with what Brian is saying is the implication that the players, and that's why I don't want to say their names, and I'm going to try to be better at not letting some of the negativity that gets put on these kids or these guys to be attached to their name. That's my goal this year. But to pretend, he only went to Oklahoma, he only went to Alabama, he only went here because he just wanted to be bought. Maybe he wanted the most money and he's completely dedicated to trying to improve. And that implication, there's some moral failing in this player because they just want to be bought. Just because they didn't buy what Brian Kelly was selling in terms of culture, but they did buy what Brent Venables was selling or what Kalen DeBoer was selling or whatever. Or, hey, to use a difference, I just want to stay at Toledo. I don't want to be bought, right? Is that there is no moral, ethical ranking system here if someone says, I want the most money and I'm going to give it all.